Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do the next daily dose for January 26th. I'm using the Morgan Greer again. That last one was so crazy. Let's do this. Okay, let's see what's going on. Like I said before, this artwork is artwork by Adam on IG. This is Stephanie Hymas on IG. I forget who this artist is because it's not actually my piece, but those are. And I have some other ones that I'm going to put up by someone you all know. Let's see. Or some of you who've been here for a while. What is going on? What are the next messages? Okay. All right. I'm getting really warm. Working up a sweat. Who's working out? Chill out. Okay, who's working out? Okay, hard work, cardio, right? Leo rules the heart. This is good. This is vitality, right? You're thriving again, you know? Some of you are feeling like you got your energy back. Or you're just vibing on some new energy, right? Refreshed, okay? All right, let's see what's going on with that. Some of you could be definitely dealing with a Leo or an Aries, right? It could be a Capricorn, definitely. Aries, Leo, or Capricorn. And this is first-rate energy. So we're talking about, the will and the passion. That's what's carrying you through. That's what's carrying you forward. The will and the passion that you have for something. It could just be like about yourself. For yourself. You're feeling passionate about yourself again. We have to reignite that flame sometimes with ourselves, This is also some of you doing affirmations. Some of you need to get up early. That's what the sun tells me too, is right? Get up early, get started early, right? Because it's a 19. So it's like from start to finish, you know what I mean? Start getting things done early throughout the day. You'll feel like you're getting more done. The sun is number 19. It's a 10. It's related to Jupiter. So then you just kind of feel very expansive and very satisfied at the end of the day when you start the day off right. You see what I mean? It's like getting a good, eating something, doing something, right? Put emphasis on something. Emphasize something. Okay? Make it a point too, right? Get into the habit of, right? Make it your job to, okay? This could also be needing to give your children new responsibilities if you have them, so that they kind of start learning about accountability and responsibility, because the sun does rule Leo, and Leo was talking about kids and offspring and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And also the sun is exalted in the first house. That is kind of giving someone their first opportunity. So some of you could actually be receiving your first opportunity to do something, right, that you've always wanted to do, perform, or it could just be something very significant. I don't know where I put my water. Damn, it's over there. So yeah, let's see what's at the center of the reading. The High Priestess, right? Yeah, it's artistic. Something's being revealed to you, or you're getting to do something, or you're just feeling very comfortable in your energy again, because the Sun card is fixed. It's being authentic, right? And the High Priestess rules Pisces. And Pisces is I can't help but be myself, you know what I mean? Because it's almost like time that you spend alone doing something. You find your power in the time that you spend alone reading, discovering things, exploring your craft or whatever this is. The High Priestess is also kind of seeing things happen in your dreams too, and getting affirmations in that. You know what I mean? Because the sun could also be talking about an affirmation. And the High Priestess definitely with the sun is talking about an affirmation, right? achieving some sense of balance, right? So you're understanding something through your dreams, and it's something that only you would understand. And the sun card is kind of like, you know, the sun is a malefic, but the sun is giving life to something, right? Wow. Okay, I was gonna say clairvoyant as well, because the sun, I put Pluto with Leo in terms of that exaltation, and we got the judgment card right here. Also achieving balance, right? Something that you didn't know before, you know now. Something that you weren't willing to accept before, you accept now. You know what I mean? You might have been even fighting something, and that's where the sun card is too. Passion, will, drive, right? And then the sun is like Leo and Aries, and that's kind of like a little bit stubborn because of that fixed energy from Leo. But then at the same time, it's like Aries kind of like wants what it wants, so it can be a little bit relentless, and it can be a little bit reluctant with its relentlessness, right? And then Capricorn, that energy of the 10th house is saying like, you know, you're trying very hard to oppose something, right? You need that opposition, you need that strength, right, to be able to stand up for yourself. So it's kind of like that as well. So some of you might have just been kind of like feeling like you had ownership of something, so you weren't willing to, like, you know, let it go so that you yourself could go from that experience. I don't know what that means. But the High Priestess is here also talking about like feeling like sometimes like there's a lack just because it's Pisces. So it's like I finally, you know, something kind of has like this this energy of like finality or finiteness, right? And definitely the Judgment card crossing that, right? Judgment card, Pluto. Pluto is the esoteric ruler of Pisces. So we're talking about that, a sudden realization. Yes, I feel like I'm free of this idea, this ideal that I sort of like had myself fixed to or married to, right? Because the High Priestess too, the Judgment card too, Taurus's numbers set the second house, so it's fixed, right? You know what I mean? So think about where your second house is. I know what my second house is, and it's definitely giving me something, right, from this. Let's look at the past. King of Swords. It has to do with friends, or it has to do with societal things, or it has to do with like really taking a stand for something, and even like, even if you had to shake some things up, right? Because the King of Swords is giving you Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, right? Uranus is in Taurus right now. Mars is in Taurus right now. So that's kind of like breaking up these norms, these ways that we kind of like have been like steady holding on to certain constructs, right? Now we gotta let some shit go, okay? The King of Swords also, Capricorn, Aquarius, right? Going from something like that you were trying to conserve, something became obsolete. Now you really understand, you know? Now I'm choosing to let go of something. I'm choosing a higher perspective, right? Or I am aware of a higher perspective, okay? Because I had to kind of like break free of that Capricorn energy, which is 1/3 of the King of Swords, okay? So we're still with Saturn. So there's some karmic stuff, you know, cutting cords, definitely with the King of Swords, karmic cord cutting, okay? And let's see what's going on with the Queen of Cups. Exactly, the Queen of Cups is Cancer. It's 1/3 Gemini and 2/3 of Cancer. And this is like, I needed to be able to see something. This is accepting something. And this is allowing yourself to kind of like come to terms with something emotionally, right? Emotional acceptance of the experience and what it taught you, and of yourself and who you are now, okay? And this is kind of like a new taste, right? So you're getting a new taste of something, definitely, because the Queen of Cups being like a little bit of that Gemini energy, different, right? It's also giving me very 3 of Cups, so it's a new emotional environment that you're allowing yourself to kind of like get comfortable with, get secure within that, you know? this new emotional state that you're in, right? Let's get comfortable with it. You know, it's okay, right? Aren't we changing? Aren't we evolving, right? Don't fight it. Let's see what's going on in the moon position here. Okay, right. Keep doing the work, right? It's going to take some practice, okay? Because this is in the moon position. It's going to take some practice. It's going to take some work, you know? You're going to have to break the habit, right? Because this is related to the strength card. Break the habit. And it's work to break the habit just as much as you know what I mean? But it's like the emotional attachments that you have to something that maybe had too much control over you and your daily life as well. And your progressive development. That's kind of like the same thing. You see what I mean? And in the regular playing cards, this is like the sun, right? And this is the sun in Virgo, okay? Virgo is like the largest constellation in the sky, right? And it's in the moon position, esoteric rulership, okay? It's making itself do that accidentally in the reading. Bam, just because it's there, right? And this is like focusing on your work that kind of like feeds you. You know what I mean? Because this is your nature to do this. You're natural at something, right? That you have a calling to do, to be. Okay? Because Virgo is talking about nature, right? Some of you have a natural habit of doing something that you just need to break, you know, around the house or something like that. It could be an eating habit, right? Because this is related to me. This is related to like the strength card. And sometimes for me, the strength card is like carnage. Because it's like, well, is the animal going to eat you or are you going to kill the animal, right? Anyway. But this is the worry, right? Get the work done. You won't have to worry about it. Do it. Your talents and your gifts. Use them. Don't let them go to waste, right? Because that has to do with your survival too, right? The purpose. Let's see what the future cards are, right? Knight of Rods. Get going. It's double fire. And then it's a little bit of Scorpio, right? Because we're coming from that place. Fixed emotions, right? Needing to understand some things. And needing to realize some hard truths, right? Because now we're going into truth. Sagittarius, bam. Moving forward, quickly, okay? Bam. You're feeling a surge of energy. I want to see you doing it. Prismatic, right? So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, more fire. Page of Rods, okay? Trying something new. Switch up the energy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to convince yourself, right? Sometimes you just have to convince yourself that you are ready. You know? Sometimes you just gotta convince yourself that you're ready. High Priestess here, Judgment card talking about some endings, right? Acceptance, forgiveness, right? Letting go, cord cutting, like I said before. Queen of Cups is giving you that mother energy, right? Gemini is kind of like the child, right? What happens afterwards? Yes, you gave birth to something, an experience. You know what I mean? You had an emotional attachment to this experience, right? Your life is calling you to do something else, to have a new experience. You know what I mean? Why continue holding on to something that has reached its maturity and needs to be like, you know, let go. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot. My personal account is NYC Kendrick. And yeah, that's it. And the tarot account is Providence Tarot. Bye.